Oh my god!
I haven't pressed the button. There you go.
You
We are
pressed the
live. I
button.
pressed the
We
buttons
did it.
in
We
not the
did
right
it.
order. Now
He
they're in
pressed
the
the
right
button.
order. But we are live on
Holy.
Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. on
Here we are.
YouTube.com. We're in Discord.
Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the
Yo.
R1 chats. Joining us on tonight's chat is an
Ronin.
alt rock metal band from. You guys are from London, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. From
London
London.
based.
London-based band, Ronin Veins. So, hello, guys.
Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for having us, man.
Cheers. Thanks for coming along.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, of course.
We'll start off with, do you want to introduce yourselves individually and what you do in the band? We'll start off there.
Yeah, let's do it.
Alex.
Yo, so I'm Alex. I'm the lead singer for Ronin Veins. Well, I joined the band about 2 years ago now. And yeah, that's me. I just kind of scream and shout and jump around, and that's about it. Dan?
All that good stuff. All that fun
Yeah.
stuff. Fuck yeah, man.
Nice one. I'm Dan. I do play guitar for Ronin Veins, and I founded the band back in 2018 with my friend on the drums, Ricky. He doesn't play for us anymore, unfortunately, and Istvan on bass, which is still with us. So that's us.
Nice. Cool.
And how have you been finding it since 2018? You've been holding strong, or has it been a
Yeah,
lot
I mean,
of
clearly,
swapping around?
like there's a lot of moving around and swapping around and.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old.
Yeah, dude. The feel.
No, it's great stuff. I mean, there has been so much time to develop the styles, the sounds, and to find amazing artistic spaces together, and to mature together. And well, it was. I mean, I did write a couple little things before Ronin Veins, but Ronin Veins was really my first, I would say, tangible, real outlet for my music. So it kind of has been growing up with me in a way. I'm not going to be the only composer for the band, of course, but most of the stuff that we started with, it's mine. So I've been studying myself through our songs and trying to
going along. Yeah
with Istvan, and Alex came a couple of years ago, and things have been evolving upwards, I would say, together, and we keep on finding the ways to come together and create some cool music, some music that we like to play.
Yeah, that's what it's about there. And they're like, just play the stuff that you really want to play, that you really want. I'm not gonna lie, like Cal, you specifically, like you'd love these guys live. You missing out on their set was really funny to me. Like that, you were exactly Cal's sort of band. How dare you be at Bloodstock, you monster!
We miss you. How dare you?
I mean, for me,
must
like,
have been amazing.
Like coming in the last 2 years, it's like we kind of really hit the ground running, and it was like, I've played in quite a few bands now, and I kind of started my music career back in about 2010, and kind of transitioned through kind of like, well, I kind of grew up on like the underground punk scene in London, and that's where I kind of got a lot of my influence and energy from, even if it's not so much musically anymore. But I was playing a lot of squat shows, kind of playing in abandoned houses when I was a teenager, and it all kind of like moved up from there for me, and I ended up in the kind of like stoner and desert rock scene, and then kind of playing in a couple of small metal bands before I kind of took a hiatus from music. And then I found Ronin Veins absolutely randomly, through an advert, and kind of decided to apply. It was just some random online advert. It was like, it wasn't front and center. It was on like page 6 or 7 or something. It wasn't like the first one I came across.
Despite the fees, of course.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do with that money,
but you went all out on the advert front.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
We hit the ground running, man. Like we kind of, I learned the set that they had at the time pretty quick, I'd like to think. And, within about 3, how long was it until we were gigging, Dan? It was probably like 4 months before we had like
4 months.
you know, the full set that those guys have been developing over that long period of time, and then we started just kind of chucking, you know, old riffs with, you know, lyrics that I'd been working on, and it's become a lot more of a blend, you know, kind of like Dan's musical influences and then kind of like my vocal influences as well, kind of like coming together. And
Yeah.
I like to think that the sound's kind of developed a lot. I think we've got heavier.
Also,
Yeah,
yeah,
nothing wrong with
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Nothing wrong with
It wasn't the cards
that.
though. It wasn't the cards. I mean,
It's in the cards.
it was there.
So it's really become like sort of a collaborative project. Then it's sort of like everyone really puts their like spin on it, sort of idea.
Absolutely, absolutely. But I mean, even if the riffs were mine at the very beginning, and of course, yeah, there's a lot more riffs that never came out yet, and many other things. But even if the riffs were mine, the drummer at the time and the bassist, they always put their own imprint to things. And
Their own little spin.
Alex doing the same is just a completion of this project, of this process, I would say, where
Yeah.
we complete each other, and we do mainly, I mean, we have a lot of things in common musically, of course, but we pointed towards sometimes quite different directions, you know. Istvan as a bassist is a lot into the dark new wave kind of material, you know, early 80s, mid 80s. Alex got his roots into punk and to desert rock and to heavier styles of metal. I work a lot with you know, many different types of rock music, and I don't know. I try to put a lot of different little spins to the things that we do, with psychedelia, with maybe some funky stuff somewhere in there. I like to mix it up, and I think we're coming together really well. And there's a lot of new material aside from the set that we're doing right now that is just trying to get out very,
Yeah,
very
it's
hard,
ready to
and
go.
is kicking that
Yeah.
thing, so it's ready to come out.
No, we all have it. No, we
Yes,
all
sir.
have the exact same thing. Yep. When you have like that one
Good.
song that you really want to work on, that you have like, you know, and it's been sat on the back burner for ages. Yep, trust me, we know it
Yeah.
well.
I know.
We
I'm
got that
sure you
one
do. I'm
song
sure you
that's
do.
so close. We got that one
Say,
song,
Alex.
Zan. I say that one song that we've got that's like so close. We've been rattling around with it for like the last 3 months, and it's like it's ready.
Fiddling.
There's one little breakdown that we haven't
Bubbling
written
under the
just for the end of it. But like
It's there. It's there. The breakdown is there. It's now there.
we've not played it together in a room though. It's not there until we all play it in the room together.
You
You know.
have to have that moment. Yeah,
Some
man.
say.
Yeah.
Well, we're
We've
so
got to
close.
lock
Yeah.
eyes. You know.
There's a bit of a weird one. It's like a little bit bouncy new metal influence, kind of like 2001. A bit
Nice.
of, you know, rowdy, gaudy, Limp Bizkit.
Rowdy. Oh no, yeah, no, we like that. We're here for that. We're here for
Rowdy,
rowdy.
and embarrassing. Love
Oh
it.
yeah, man. No, I find like that's not that the bit in between isn't fun, where you're just out playing, you know, playing the material you've already got out. And I have this conversation with Sai all the time. It's just like you've heard those songs hundreds of times. When you go to a new place, like these people have never heard them in your life, but it just sort of, you know, it does get stale over time. And when you have the new injection of like some new stuff that you're going to be playing live, or like if you have, you know, a new song that you're really excited to work on, it really does like inject that energy straight back into the band. I just think I think that's the most fun time.
Absolutely.
really.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah. No, we're at exactly the same in exactly the same spot, where we've got so much like stuff that's ready to go out, and it's there, and we've taken it to live rooms and messed around with it, and yeah, we just need to get it out there.
I really want to see you guys with the full band. I mean,
Yeah.
last time you really were saviors. I mean, you did something really cool for us. I mean, I don't know if the people in live know what happened, but you filled in.
Yeah, you tell it from your side. You tell it from your side. I'm sure they've seen the posts, everything from our side, but you could tell it from your side.
Probably, yeah. But yeah, basically, we had organized a gig outside of our influence zone. Let's say we down to the coast was Portsmouth, was it?
Bournemouth.
No.
South
Bournemouth.
Kiln.
It was in
we had
Bournemouth.
we had a couple of shows over that weekend. So we had the Portsmouth show on the
Yeah.
Friday, and then we were
Oh,
bouncing
nice.
over to Bournemouth on the Sunday for the second show.
Mhm.
We were supposed to have more. We were supposed to have a Saturday show as well, but we kind of decided against kind of booking the venue in the end, and we just
Yeah.
kind of keep it small, keep it manageable.
Yep. For those
Mhm.
first ones where you branch out a little bit.
But yeah, we really needed somebody to fill in very last minute because unfortunately somebody had to drop out, and you guys were just so ready, and just the two of you, just two of
Me
you
and
guys.
Si were. It's
Just
because we were sat there
Yeah.
sulking, bro. We were mid sulk that we weren't at Bloodstock. That's all it was. It was like, fuck it, yeah, we're gonna play some music. Fuck
amazing.
it.
Just came down to the place, grabbed their acoustic guitar, and just
Yeah,
freaking
man.
ripped it up, and amazing. That's the kind of stuff that I want to see. Bands
Hey,
helping each other
we've
being great.
spoken to so many bands and so many promoters that day as well. Like I remember being in the car, like on my way to Bournemouth, like still unsure of like whether we were going to get a second act
Yeah,
to kind of
to
come and
support.
join us. And
Guys.
like
Yeah,
I think you
yeah.
guys had helped us get in contact with a lot of promoters, and the amount of people that I mean, it was quite humbling in a way. Like the amount of people from like the Bournemouth and like that South Coast scene that
It's a good
even
scene,
though they
man. Like,
couldn't necessarily help us
people.
directly,
Mm.
Uh,
and
yeah.
they were like willing to kind of
Yeah.
give us the time of day, or they were like reaching out to people on our behalf, or giving us like lists of bands that we needed to get in contact with, like
Honestly, I'm so surprised that from our neck of the woods there wasn't like a full. Not that I didn't love doing the acoustic stuff, but there wasn't a full band ready to jump into that slot. Is crazy to me. It's just that literally everyone seemed to be gigging that weekend or at Bloodstock, and it was just
Lostock.
yeah.
And I mean
Fate
it was
put us
like
there.
3 p.m. the same day that this band dropped
Yeah.
out. It was like, yeah,
Yeah. God.
rough.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
That is rough.
It's the road. It's the road.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
Gotta love it.
That sort of leads me in a little segue to something I did want to ask you guys about. How do you find being in a band like in London? Is that difficult to do, or you think that there's more opportunities local wise? Because obviously there's so many more local. I say local in London, local businesses or like venues that you can play at. So do you guys all like live near each other? Do you have like a band van that you have to pay for like ridiculous stuff because you're in London? Do you have like yeah,
So
like
yeah, like the thing that's odd about London, and I think a lot of people don't see it unless they live there. Like I lived in London my whole life. In fact, right now is the first time that I haven't lived in London ever. Um, but it's a lot easier to kind of break it down as like a series of towns. Like
okay,
each borough in its own
yeah,
right, especially when you're kind of part of the London scene. Like you have a whole host of different groups and different ecosystems that are based in different areas. Like the bands that are kind of traditionally playing the Camden scene can quite easily then bounce to West London and go to like Kingston, for example, and
you
they'll
have a
be
bit of a
playing to a
network,
completely
yeah.
different group of people. Like people
Mm,
don't tend to travel the same distances in London as you would expect. Like unless they're going to go and see like a really big
yeah,
kind
it's
of band.
big, yeah, yeah. If you go to
Like
Wembley or
these,
whatever.
people will stay in their own ecosystems to an extent.
That's interesting because I guess to me I'd always thought of it just as like that one big like London umbrella, but it is like a huge place. It is
Yeah,
massive.
I mean, yeah,
It's
there's a lot
massive.
of opportunity, and you've got stuff like for example, like we're part of the London Metal Coalition, which
Mhm.
is I think is just surpassed 70 bands now, um,
Nice.
Mhm.
and a real kind of varied set of subgenres. We wouldn't really even consider ourselves metal, but we have influences in there that kind of carried us over that line, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But then you've
Cool.
also got, Band Up, which has got, I think, over 600 members now. And that's like another organization that's all musicians, all kind of doing their own thing, and a lot of different influences. It's not just rock and metal. There's a lot of other stuff in there as well. And
Mm.
there's just an endless stream of people and kind of networks that you can get involved with. And I think it can take a little while, but kind of like once you start finding your feet and you kind of start understanding what the network's like and what the scene's like, there's a lot of opportunity in London. And you only need to do one. It's one of these things. You can do one good show and get a lot of opportunities out of it, but it
Yeah.
also only takes one really bad show to kind of knock you back off the top of the dog pile. And and for us, it's like, we're able to play quite a lot inside the M25. Like we did. I mean, Christ, we've been doing like 4 shows a month, probably since January, as an average.
I
So
mean,
like this is the first time we've been kind of like slowing it down a little bit. And the thing that comes with that is like there are so many people in London that there is always, if you're clever with your marketing and you're clever with how you advertise, like you can, and you're playing the right venues, you're always going to have a crowd. But you can also oversaturate. Like if you have a very hardcore small fan base, those people are only going to come and see the same set so many times,
Yeah.
I get that for sure.
So it's getting the balance, and that that's part of the reason that we're trying to get out of London now. Like rather than saturating our audience and then trying to make the move, it's kind of like try and bounce out whilst we still have a crowd
well, you
that's
have an
interested in what
opportunity.
we're doing.
Yeah, well, use yourself as like a decent springboard, essentially. Yeah, I get you. No, it definitely makes more sense to do it that way around rather than oversaturate locally. But I suppose, like you say, like you have so many different subsections of London. Like you can just branch out somewhat locally. There's a lot more venues locally that you can just try, and you'll be in a completely different space.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah, man.
we did. I mean, you asked about the van. Like, we did have a van for a bit, but the AdBlue tank fell off it, and it was a Cat D write-off. So we've now got
Nice.
proper so Isfan and Dan tend to kind of like come down. I keep all of the kit at my house because I have more space. So I have the drum kit. I have like the bass stacks, like most of the guitar
You have the
amps, like most of the boxes of kit that we have like sits at mine. And then we bought this like big old like soccer mum car. Like it's the only way I can describe it. It's like a 7-seater. Right. It's like a Skoda. Like I can't remember what it's called. It's like
the Ronin wagon.
yeah, it's the most like pumpkin spice latte fucking yoga pants car you've ever seen in your life. But like honestly, it fits so much kit.
Soccer mums.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, listen. All this tells us is that soccer mums could easily transition into becoming band members. They've already got the hardware. They just need
band member mum.
My mum.
The parents.
Like we took a lot of control over kind of making our place on the scene. So like we run our own festival as well.
That's cool.
So we had our first one last September. It was a really small affair, like 150 people.
But you got to start, you get your foot in the door.
But we had, 2 stages. We had like 18 acts in one day, playing over 2 stages and kind of like building our own community. Like,
yeah, I was just about to say, like, with you guys saying about like, it was really nice when you came down to Bournemouth, you had all these bands that you can contact, but it's doing exactly that. Like, it's really nice to know that
someone just rang my doorbell. I'll be one sec.
Yeah. It's the other bands. They're coming around his house right now. It's the other local bands. Here for the barbecue that he has every week.
Yeah, we've always tied with our own little Regional One Fest, haven't we?
Have we?
Have we not?
No, we haven't done Regional One Fest.
No, we've been humming and ruminating about
Amazon delivery driver.
Thinking about it.
They ring doorbells? I didn't realize they ring doorbells. Mine never does.
Apparently
mine aggressively throw the package at the door and then run away. Like that's all they fucking do. But no, anyway, what was I saying? I was talking about so local scenes and you being like, you had all these bands that were like willing to help out, but it's doing things exactly like that, like exactly the way you have and would be able to do in London. Like doing all these little events and local events and like trying to start up your own events is exactly the reason why you have that infrastructure.
I mean, this year we've got Rust Fest like 3rd to the 4th of October, and we've got a 400 cap venue, and we've got a full vendors market this time. So like we're kind of like building it up into something far more substantial, and we have a long-term plan for it as well. Like we really have like a 5-year plan,
a vision for it.
And we're starting to get bands that are playing, that are headlining, that are bigger than us as well, and I think that's really important.
That's really
so
key.
That so those bands that are kind of a little bit further along can then bring up the smaller bands, and
you
there's a lot of bands
have them offering that next rung up the ladder, like, and you offer it back down.
But we we really kind of like try and bring in bands that are like, it doesn't really matter how big they are. Like, you could have, less than 50 monthly listeners, and you can have like 200 followers on Instagram, but it's all comes down to the level of professionalism and like how much, how hungry they are. So if there's
Yeah.
a really small band that wants to play the stage and they're not carrying on like amateurs, then like we'll give them the slot over a bigger band that isn't
Quite
really in
it
it.
has the numbers, but like isn't in
Yeah.
it. Yeah. No,
And like,
that's awesome.
yeah, the whole thing's been kind of built around fair pay for musicians as well. So like all of the bands that play at our events get an even cut of the door.
Yeah, you were saying about that.
Yeah.
We were talking about that at Anvil, and that
So
everyone just
but
cuts
yeah,
off.
so
Can't be
we're
beat.
trying to build a movement in its own right, as it were. And it's kind of grown out of a place of necessity. Like there's a lot of cutthroat promoters in London. It's very easy to get burnt
Yeah.
and not treated
Oh
particularly well.
yes.
Um,
Oh yes.
a lot of snake oil salesmen. You become very savvy to it though. Like I feel like it's a rite of passage in London. Like you need to get fucked hard at least once, man.
Yeah,
Like
mate, we had ours, and it was what promotion company was it? Carl? I can't even remember.
I don't know. It was like
is it
breaking
underground
sound,
sound?
breaking sound or something.
Breaking Sound, something
Breaking
like that.
sound, of course.
Yeah,
Yes, it's the
We
same people,
got
isn't it?
halfway up the motorway. We got to Fleet Services, and then they pulled the gig. Day
yeah,
of.
sounds about.
No.
And we were fuming, but we were not happy buddies. But that's a day of work that 4 guys have taken off work. That's petrol. That's the time. And this is the sort of things, like when you're looking at London, this is the sort of things that worry me about it, because we don't necessarily have that infrastructure in
Yeah.
place. But I guess it's the same
Well,
for you guys looking out to anywhere else,
yeah,
like Bournemouth.
a little bit. Like when we look to scenes like yours, for example, like obviously you all have a much more close knit community. Like we have the same thing in London, but it's just so vast. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
very
such a big
easy to get.
place.
Yeah.
You know, we could step away from our kind of circles and the petri dish that we've kind of got around us, and we could probably go and find a whole other group of bands that we've never even heard of that are doing the exact same thing.
Yeah.
There's just
No,
so many
definitely.
bands out there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
there is.
but I think like I suppose if I had any advice for bands that are coming into London, like I know we have a reputation for being quite rude and like unhelpful people, but like honestly, I'd say it's much better. Like if there's bands that you like, or find bands that are kind of around the same genre and size as yourself. Like most of us will come back to you if you like message us. Like, and I know that I could speak for most bands I know, and like
Yeah.
we'll even if we can't help you directly, we'll at least tell you which promoters to like
Yeah, you point in the right
directly
direction.
avoid.
Avoid.
Yeah, honestly, like there are some, like, and I'm not going to name them by name on this podcast because,
But they're out there, trust.
yeah, like, but yeah, like there's even an image that gets updated and sent round all of our circles, which has like the list of like,
The
I wouldn't say
blacklist.
black,
Yeah.
yeah, like it's not so much blacklisting, and like there has to be like a really good reason for them to come, like to be put on there, like so
Yeah.
it's not
The
like
caution
this guy,
advised list.
yeah, it's
Yes.
not like this guy's a dick or like
Cautious.
this guy scratched my car.
Yeah.
It's like there
Yeah,
is
no,
a
these
a
guys
real track
cancelled the gig the
record.
day of.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
mostly not paying. It's the big
Yeah.
ones like not paying bands or kind of being really nefarious with ticket splits on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's the
that's
worst
the
part
other
usually.
problem, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, that's the big killer in London is like not getting paid, or like a lot of
Really?
promises being made. Yeah. There's a lot of bands that are kind of playing shows that like they'll just get darked. Like they'll do the show, they'll ask for their cut, they'll get told it's coming, and
Yeah.
then get back to
It
them.
never
Yeah,
does. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's
it's a big
crazy.
problem.
No, I don't think that's something that we've ever had to worry about. Like, luckily, like I say, we kind of verify most of our, other than the odd one from like this London show, for example, we verify most of our promoters, and like it's people we've met through other people, so they can't necessarily just screw us over in that way. But again, I guess it's just like there's so many venues and promoters in London, like the law of averages says that this has to be happening, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think like once you kind of know your way around, like once you've kind of earned your stripes and you've learned your way around the London scene, like it becomes a lot easier to navigate for sure. Like
once you've been sent a copy of the no list, and then you're good.
yeah, like literally, like and it's refreshing to see there's like so many young and new bands that are coming into some of the groups that I kind of mentioned earlier, and they're then asking for advice about booking shows, and they're being kind of pointed in the right direction. And there's a little part of me that's sad about that, because I'm like, nah, these kids need to learn, man. Like let them have the one bad show. Like
Will learn regardless. It's still London. Even if you give them
Yeah.
a little bit of help, they will learn. They will have to.
Yeah. I mean, there's even like promoters that like threaten people with legal action if they don't bring enough people to the shows, because there's like some really, like, reading the fine print on some of these contracts is mental, absolutely mental. Like, yeah.
I think
No,
it's
fun,
swerved.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, we've been very lucky. I'm filled with
All
existential
swerved us.
dread about coming back to London.
Nah, we'll look after you, man. Like, just hit us up and we'll put you, we'll steer you right.
We'll be in the right direction.
We got
Yeah.
you covered, man.
We've only had luck at the Cart and Horses. I think I've seen him on
Yeah, I mean, Cart and Horses, and
because we've done that. We've done that a few
Oh,
times,
yeah.
haven't we? I think.
Yeah.
That's a
Thing
good
is, you've
state.
got that's like it's a good staple. Like, and again, because they're so ingrained in the rock and metal scene, like they are very particular. Like, they know who their promoters are. Like,
Yeah.
you're not going to get screwed over
Yeah.
by venues like that. Places like the Dev, places like the Black Heart, Blondies, Helgi's Bar, the Underworld. Like there is a lot. There's still a lot. The Fighting Cocks.
Yeah,
there's lots of
we've been
venues.
thrown that one a lot. Like,
Yeah.
that name comes up a lot. I think if we're looking at putting on some gigs in London, that's definitely one we want to target as well.
That would suit your sound a lot
That's a
as
great
well.
venue.
Like, yeah,
Man.
that's
All right, go on, Cal.
something
Hit
to
us up with a
London.
question from your big list. Cal has a big list of wonderful questions.
Hundreds.
Go on.
Well,
Hundreds.
we can talk
hundreds
about
of thousands.
running your festival. Really, I think we should dive into.
I mean,
that
yeah,
a
that
bit
is a
more.
sick thing to talk about. Yeah, let's do that.
Where did you do the festival?
How?
So last year it was at Engine Rooms in Mile End. So that's like East London. It was like, it's a sick little venue. It's like it's actually shut down, unfortunately. But like, the guy who runs that place runs another place as well, and he's kind of just put all of his eggs in that other basket. Because the reality is that venue is more of a rehearsal room, or like a series of rehearsal rooms that he could then open up and turn into a venue.
Yeah.
And it was in the middle of fucking nowhere in an industrial estate. There was like
Hell yeah.
no foot traffic. Like, it was, you'd kind of tell people it was at the Engine Rooms. They'd be like, fucking where? You know what I mean? Like, and then like trying to get there, it's like, London's a big place, man. And like, I really, like, I don't joke when it's like, you could be in London. You're like, oh yeah, I'll just go to this show in London. It's like, nah, it could take you 2 hours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if
Crazy.
it's in the wrong bit of London, it could take you 2 hours to get there.
Yeah, man.
If and like, it was just one of those places that just, like, we did all right. Like, and the bands all brought people down, and like, we probably had about 100 people there, and it was a really good organic kind of crowd. But like this year, like, we're playing in New Cross, a venue called the Amersham Arms, and like, it's far, like, the sound quality is far better because it's been there a long time, and it's been a kind of staple of the punk scene for a very long
It's
time.
established. Yeah.
Yeah, it's established. It's been there. It's easy to get to, or it's a hell of a lot easier to get to than, and it's a venue that people will
Engine Rooms was.
immediately, like, people will go, boom, I know where that is.
That's cool. Well, hopefully then, like, you'll be able to scale this up year by year and just really drive it
That's
home.
the plan.
Like,
I got
what
posters
sort
there.
of
I don't know.
what sort of capacity is the new place?
So
Where you
it's a
going?
400 cap. I got.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, brand new
Hey.
posters.
Oh,
I
hell
got-
yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
hell yeah.
I don't know if you can see that. For anyone that's
Yeah, that's
watching,
awesome.
the wrong way. There we go. Rust Fest, 3rd and 4th of October. Get your
Oh, you got
asses to London.
Datura on there? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole bunch.
Yeah, everybody get your asses there. That's awesome.
It's a great lineup.
Yeah.
No,
Great
for
lineup.
sure. No, we
Bit
should
of
we should
everything.
really, like, we
It's
floated
kinda
the
like-
idea
Yeah,
of doing like your
it's-
own festival and doing your own bits. but it's a lot, isn't it? It's a lot.
It's so worth it, man. Like we've got a full website and everything. Like we've gone full blown. Like I've got a box of
All in.
2,000 posters here. We've got a fully like functioning website with like a ticket site on it.
That's awesome.
We've got kind of a media budget that we've just agreed on. In fact, the whole reason that this is set up and I've got a ring light in the corner is that we've been like filming content for the last 2 days, ready to do the final kind of advertising for it.
Yeah, man.
But it's a real kind of genre blend, you know. So you've got everything from kind of like your classic rock, think like old school Led Zeppelin. You've got kind of like stoner and doom, and kind of like that more kind of desert rock kind of vibe. You've got us, kind of like that alt rock, light metal kind of thing going on, all the way up to kind of bands like Corpsing and Symbiote, and like who are like fucking extreme metal. So it's like it kind of progresses, you know, every day. Like it kind of starts quite light and then it just gets progressively heavier. Like
how many days is it?
it's
one
2
day.
days. So
2
it's a
days.
2-day festival. So we've got 9 bands on the Saturday, 8 bands on the Sunday, and then we've got an after party on the Saturday night that's going to be kicking on until about 2 a.m. And
And then you got to play the next day.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, and we tried to make it as cheap as possible as well. So like day tickets are £20, weekend tickets are 30, and like the band are taking the majority. So like the we are taking a cut to basically put back into growing it next year. Right, but other than that,
pay yourselves for doing all of the stuff.
We're not really there yet. Like I kind of see this as for me, I see it as a long-term investment. Like, and yes, like eventually I would like to be able to pay myself, like, you know, a decent wage out of it. And like the dream would be to be able to do Roan in Veins and run a festival. And that would be my 2 streams of income. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the moment, like we would rather build a really good organic festival that people want to be a part of, that people get behind. And then, you know, without going back on ourselves and what we believe in, then kind of building it up to a point that I can then take a wage. And you know, the rest of the team involved can be paid, you know, well.
I mean, it sounds to me like, dude, you're already there. Like you did the 100 last year, right? And you've moved to 400, and you're taking all the money and putting it back into it. Like everything seems to be going in the right direction for you guys, and you guys are all fucking sound as well. Like, I just think, I think it all go really well for you, man. I hope so.
Yeah, thank you. You know, and like we could have, part of the reason we did this as well is because we see this as like almost one of the best marketing methods for Roan in Veins. In a way,
sure.
like,
big time.
You know, we built this thing
all these
off.
bigger acts on, and you can do all these like local acts, and you make yourselves a scene and put yourselves like, you know, in that scene as well, and it's helpful for you. It's just it's good for everyone, isn't it?
Yeah, like I'm gonna be stressed out, man. Like we're playing at like 7 or 8 p.m. on the Saturday, and I'm gonna be like running around all day.
You're gonna have everyone phoning you. Where should we park? Where do we load our gear? Where do we?
I've already like, so the rest of the crew have already worked out the point where like I need to like
hands off. Look, I'm no longer the manager of this. I am now the singer of Roan in Veins, and that's all I am. Please, man.
Yeah, it was hard. Like, so we ended up we like, obviously we played last year as well, and like I don't know about you, Dan, but I found it really fucking hard work, like getting up on that stage, because like we played quite late last year, and by the time that came about, I was fucking drained. Like I was tired, man, and then I was like, right, you know, and obviously like you've seen part of our set, Stevie, you know.
Yeah.
It was like, it requires a lot of energy.
There is effort involved. Yeah.
Like I'm not
just plan a whole festival and then just run around all day organizing everything, and then just drop.
Yeah, and then I had to bounce around like I was on fucking crack. Like, you know?
God, man. But you did it, and you signed up to do it again, so you kind of hate it that much.
And we're already planning 27 as well. So there you go.
No, hell yeah. No, that's awesome. Like, I would love to do something like that down here. I think.
Hey, do it, man. Do it.
Like that would be a really good staple down here.
Good, because Bear Cave has got the 2 stages. Like it's got the downstairs and the upstairs.
He does. Yeah, he already does. He has it.
Could go absolutely crazy.
Or maybe.
Like they already do that with their day festivals when they have alternate bands upstairs and downstairs. So it's like
all at the same time. Yeah.
Quite good.
Honestly, like once you get through the initial planning, like honestly, like dealing with other bands is the most difficult bit.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
getting that many like musicians that are just fucking. We're notorious fucking assholes, man. Like I love every single one of them, but like fuck me,
But
like
also
you
fuck
know,
it out. Just
But
reply.
also fucking out.
Just please. Bro, I
kill me,
think Cal's
Musicians,
got
man.
the brunt of that. Cal's had the
yeah.
brunt of that from trying to organize these live streams and everything. There's like don't get me wrong, we've loved everyone that we've had on and we get to have a chat with everyone. But like chasing up everyone and trying to get hold of everyone, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You're like,
bro,
oh,
I
was that
really do.
today? It's like, yeah.
Yes, yes.
It's been alright for the
Can't
most
be
part.
doing that with the festival. Yeah, for the most part. Nailed it. Yeah, man.
Imagine that drum kit off like 20 bands, though. It must get absolutely shattered. Unless you have multiple different drum kit. Are you
Ruined.
is it
Yeah.
one band sharing a kit, or are you doing 3 different kits?
So we've got the shell, as it were. You know, we have like
Yeah.
the basic shell, and that's all going to be mic'd up, so they don't have to fucking slam it.
Yeah.
And
Bring the
then
left-handed
honestly, like,
drummers in. Bring in the left-handed
Yeah.
drummers to fuck it all up.
well, we have to be really strategic because like the turnaround times are like really tight, and
Yeah.
like, and you know, we don't have the green room space that we would like either. So it's like, I think we're averaging about 20 minutes for a turnover and line check.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
suppose
you
that's
know,
the thing as well. Like when you're at that venue
No.
that size, like it's one of those things that gets put on like the mental back burner. You're like, yeah, we'll have all these bands and we'll have the turnover to deal with, but the physical space that 15 bands worth of stuff takes up
Yeah.
is ridiculous. Like it's a ridiculous
you need
amount of
the
stuff.
venue again. You literally
Yeah.
need, like, you know, the thing that was really good about last time was because we had all the rehearsal rooms. We
Yeah.
were able to kind of split bands down into
Immediately.
different rehearsal rooms to have,
That's
like,
what we
basically, you know, 2-3 bands sharing a space. This year, it's kind of like we're effectively having to build a green room, which is purely going to be like stage management. We literally have a crew of like stage hands that are going to be there, like,
That's awesome.
you know, and because some of the bands, like especially like Electric Zoo, Della Nova, like one or two of the others, like have quite bespoke setups. Like you can't just have a Marshall stack on the stage and they just plug in and play. You know what I mean? Like, you know, Electric Zoo are bringing like vintage 1970s like Fender stacks and shit like that. Like, you know, it then requires miking, that then requires like all of this other stuff. And that becomes quite a challenge in its own right. Like we are essentially going to be synergizing along with this sound engineer. I'm then going to have Charlie, who's one of the other guys that kind of like helps run it. He's going to be like the sound engineer's assistant. And then we're going to have a team of 2 that are basically stage left and stage right. And they'll be there literally, you know, racking up kit ready to go. So as one band finishes, like, you know, as the final cymbal kind of like, the final like drum roll goes out, they're already fucking whipping kit off the stage. You know, and it's a bit like Woodstock, you know, just fucking organized chaos, you know.
Oh hell yeah! Now we do a another little local festival called Nozfest, which just happened actually. But for a great many years, like either Sai and I, or Aaron and Sai, or like some combination of the guys from Regional One, we do the stagehand work for it. So we'll go and do and help out, and like, you know, and it's another one of those networking things where you talk to all the bands in the area, and a lot of the bands that have been on it in the last years have ended up being bands we've got really close friends to, or like played with, or been on tour with, or, you know, as you do with it. But it is just chaos. It's chaos the whole day. It's just chaos the whole day. Even just as a stagehand, it's chaos. So God knows when you're trying to organize everything, it must be absolutely mad.
When you try to organize everything and you're also a stagehand.
Yeah, and also you're playing, by the way. Also, you have to play.
It's crazy enough. It's crazy enough, but it's a great time, and you make a lot of good friends. You make a lot of
Hell yeah.
good partnerships and great stuff. Can't wait.
I think people
Like,
When
disregard.
is it? When is
Oh
it?
yeah, it was October, wasn't it?
3rd and 4th of October.
Yes.
Like, you
3rd and
guys
4th.
need to come. You definitely need to come down. We'll host you.
We'll see. Let's have a look at the
I will
diary.
yeah. Where are we? You got the
come get
diary
you.
right there. Write it in the diary
We're
right
in
now. Cal.
Bridport on the 3rd. Wait, is it this year or next year? Next year.
This year.
Oh, we're in
This year.
We're in
Yeah.
Bridport on the 3rd.
On the 3rd.
Yeah.
But we could just make a little.
We have an equally good lineup for the 4th though. We made a very like specific point of not putting all of our eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
You know,
We'll
very
definitely have a chat about that and try and get down for that. 'Cause
absolutely
honestly,
definitely
it sounds sick. It sounds sick.
Yeah.
And that's coming from me, and I fucking hate London with a passion. So I hate going near London. I hate paying the Sky Gods money just to drive in their city. I hate it.
Yeah. And the best bit, it's indoors as well. So like, and we do that very deliberately. Like we're not ready for outdoor festivals yet, because then you have to start thinking about where everyone's going to shit, and like,
Yeah.
If it rains,
is it
going to
rain?
Yeah. In October, I
Yeah.
hope it doesn't rain, boys. I hope so.
Yeah, there's a whole different
Yeah.
slog of things going on then.
God.
I can imagine. That'll be the worst.
No, that sounds awesome, man. That sounds really good.
But I was going to say, I think people disregard networking a bit too much of how strong it is when with other bands, and when you're talking to even like venues, and just talking and asking for suggestions. I don't think people do it enough, really. Especially even when you're at the gig, like, 'cause we see a lot of bands who just like they play it, and then they're gone.
They're done.
Like, we got work tomorrow.
Yeah, that's.
It's like,
They don't-
I've
they
got work
don't-
tomorrow. I've
Like,
got work tomorrow.
we get it. Like, we live in the real world. At the end of the day,
Yeah.
like, people have lives, but also,
Yeah.
that networking side is so crucial. It really, really is.
And just being a laugh.
It's everything. Yeah.
And just being a laugh.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
being
Get
like-
the beers in.
Yeah,
Get the
exactly.
fucking beers in.
You just want to play with more bands who are, stick around and, there for the party, or, at least for a chat and that,
Absolutely. I mean, we're doing the same things. We're trying to push our own music. We're trying to fight with the same
Yeah.
promoters. We're trying to play the same venue. So, I mean,
It's very
there's always something
unifying.
common.
What was the smaller festival that what was the name of it with 50 Fest? That's
Yeah.
it. It's some friends of ours. They put on like a festival for 2 of their birthdays, and they just hosted and just had like a bunch of bands that they love hanging out with on. And honestly, mate, that night was the funniest. There's such a meme. It's the Hot 1 2. The guys from that are so funny. We got it again soon as well. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. And Steve missed out. You missed out on the best part of the night.
I did. I
Going
went to
to
bed.
everyone's camper vans and drinking till like.
Oh no, I
4
did that. I did do that. I did do that. Oh,
Bloody
God.
mental. Yeah, that was good. And Little Giant Fest as well, which we just did.
Little
Not
Giant
too-
Fest we just been to.
That was amazing.
Yeah. That was sick. That was sick. It was in Cern Abbas. So if you ever know about, or if you've ever seen like the giant like rock carved lines, and it's just a big dude with his dick out on the hill, and it's just like the,
yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
like the giant caveman. But they have a festival. They have a festival for that. And we just out of the blue, we were applying for a bunch of festivals, as you do, and that was the one of the ones that got really back to us and like really like engaged. Like, oh no, we'd love to have you on. So we stayed for the whole weekend, and it was just sick the entire time. It was so good, bro. I got a tattoo there. I got my little crow. Hell yeah, dude! It was really good. It was really good.
And they
So if
gave us-
you ever get invited to play that, go do that for
I
sure.
mean, who wouldn't want to play music just by a gigantic rock penis? I mean,
Yeah, look, he's just out. He's out. And it's such like a little, like proper farmer town. Like you go into the pub and everyone sort of turns, and then you go
What's it
outside and
called
it's just a
again?
dude with his dick out on the hill. Like it's
was-
just like you can't.
It was Little Giant Fest in Cern Abbas. It was at
Cern
the
Abbas,
Cern
yeah.
Abbas Brewery.
Oh yeah,
Which is
and
great.
those guys in there are
Yeah,
so
they were hilarious.
if any of those guys are watching, so mwah.
It's a brewery.
we
We-
did
we
play
got-
a small festival. We did play a small
Yeah.
festival recently as well.
Bike days.
Yeah, Chinnerback
Right.
Days.
Yeah, it was like
That was
a big biker rally. They like we agreed to do the show for free because it was all going to charity, and we were kind of like, I was good friends with one of the guys that was running it. I like knew him from years ago. But they were insistent on paying us something, as they paid us in beer tokens, but we had to use the beer tokens that day. Like, and
Yeah.
we went on stage. What was it? Fucking 1 a.m. And like the fucking bar shut at 1:30. But we still had like they gave us a book. Like it was basically a fucking book of beer tokens.
A huge
We were
book.
Oh my
fucking
God.
hammered, man. Like
This
honestly, like
sounds great. Where is
like-
this? Take us there now.
Yeah. like the road crew that was with us, because we had a crew of people like there to help us out, like just like friends and stuff that like come down,
Yeah.
and like they were lining up Jaeger bombs like off the stage, like literally
what you
like
want,
I could
man.
just
By
like
the stage, yeah.
lined up. We're,
Rock
you
and
know,
roll is not dead. This is it.
It-
This is where it is, bro. It's the smaller festivals.
we got fucked
We
up,
had
man.
to
Like
finish those
we were
tokens.
sick. Yeah.
We had to. It's duty, and yeah, we us. I mean, me, Istvan, and our session drummer for the night. We had to step out at some point, unfortunately. But I hope that you guys, Alex, did the rest
Yeah,
throughout
I
the
was.
rest of
Yeah,
the
so
evening.
I was in the main festival arena. I was like one of about 4 people left with an acoustic guitar and a bottle of whiskey at like 3:30 in the morning. And like this one security
Horror
guard,
farming.
because I had like a access all areas
Mhm.
pass. And so this security guard was just like stood next to me, just like couldn't kick me out.
Like he can't do anything.
Yeah.
The power play is just like shaking it at him.
Yeah.
I got permission, sir.
He was sad. He was sad. Like he was a good dude, but like you could tell he was just like
He wanted this done.
Yeah, like you know,
Days ago.
and there's all this stuff like packing down stuff, like ready for like the main day the next day. And like I was battered.
just
Like I
right
wasn't
behind you.
bothering anyone. Yeah, I wasn't like harassing anyone. I was just kind of like playing guitar. But I'd done about half a bottle of whiskey at this point as well that I got given. So it was like I was fucking gone. Like
Hell yeah, man.
yeah,
No, we definitely need to get a gig in where you guys and us can hang afterwards. I feel like that'd be so funny. We
yeah.
need
Like
to do it.
Absolutely.
We'll get you down again for
Absolutely.
sure.
what
Well,
we need.
if and when
get
we
there.
start looking at doing
Yeah.
our little festival down here, then we'll definitely get you guys in. But you have to. You've inspired us to do it. So we'll definitely.
Well, what we
Rock
need
and
is
roll, man.
we need somewhere that we can all stay that night. So then,
Yeah,
like
that's
we
it,
have
it's
we have a reason to fucking after party. Because I think that's the
Mhm.
big killer of parties is people having to like
Yeah,
you
driving
know
back home,
drive
you've
and
got all the
drive.
gear, you've got all the stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it was for 50 Fest. Like, because we all camped. It was the first time like all of these local bands had all been like at a festival like this where we could all camp together, and it was just fucking carnage. Perfect.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to make that the case.
Yeah, we'll make
I
this
mean,
happen.
maybe start looking at somewhere like Bridgewater, Cal, because we got the farm we can stay at. Whenever we do Bridgewater, we stay at a little like camping ground.
Yeah,
'Cause
Splat Farm.
I don't, yeah, Splat. That's the one. Splat Farm. And that you can book it for
Splat
cheap as
Farm.
chips, and they're happy for you to turn up whenever and do whatever. They don't really care.
I mean, there's a venue we love to play, and it has a garden, and like it's you know Dan the cave in Addleston.
Oh God. Yes.
That is
Oh, God,
I
that is
love
our
that place.
fucking party venue. Like if you
we'll keep an
guys
eye
like,
out
and
for
it's
that as
not
well.
it's not even really London. It's more like Surrey. It's like on like the M25 border.
Yeah,
But
it's on the very edge.
I
Like-
would consider it then.
yeah,
It's a
honestly,
great
like
time.
the place, it's chaos, man. Like you could, like they just fucking lock the doors and you just keep going. Like
That sounds sick.
yeah,
Oh, have
like
you
it
guys
is.
done?
It's
What's the venue in Blackpool that we ended the Giannini tour? Cal?
The Waterloo.
Waterloo in Blackpool, right? This dude, he's the most rock and roll man that I've ever met in my life. By the way, he literally looks like the extra member of AC/DC, and he's just bought this venue, kitted it out with as much memorabilia and merch and like fucking drums and guitars on the walls and everything. But all the upstairs it's like a hotel, and he just like if you're playing, you can crash upstairs. And
sick.
yeah, it was the last date on
That's
the
the way.
Giannini tour that we did last year, and it was so fucking fun. That night ended
future.
with us for the drummer from Giannini, our social media manager, and one of her friends in a hot tub in an Airbnb, and I have no idea whose Airbnb it was, by the way, not a fucking clue. Not to Scooby.
Cheryl's and Beck's, I think.
Was it Cheryl's Airbnb? I don't know where we were, but yeah, that venue was so sound. So if you ever get a chance to play there, that's a party venue as well,
Yeah.
for sure.
The Waterloo.
The only time I've been to Blackpool's for Rebellion Festival, and that was like that was a very weird time in my life, man. Like I was basically a kid then, and me and my friend like literally turned up off the train with about we must have had like 5 grams of speed each, like on us, like and like a younger, less chiseled version of me with like just cheap fucking cider. And it's when you could still get like the 10 decks of Super Kings, man.
Yeah, the old
So we were
scrumpy, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, like so it was like White Lightning, fucking a couple of 10 decks of Super Kings, and like enough fucking amphetamines to like kill a small child. And like It was a weird couple of days, dude.
You must have fit
Really
right in with
weird.
the locals of Blackpool then. That's
Yeah, Blackpool,
Yeah.
mate, honestly, they probably didn't even know you weren't from there. You blended
Yeah.
right in. He's been on these streets since he was a kid.
Yeah, the rest of Blackpool was not very nice.
No,
When-
yeah, yeah.
when we
Don't
went-
go anywhere near the rest of Blackpool. Go to the
Mm.
venue. Don't go anywhere else.
Yeah, we went to the Spoons.
But we
and that
stayed in
venue.
the cheapest Airbnb. It was quite literally the cheapest Airbnb in Blackpool. It was a shithole. It was like genuinely awful.
And that's in Blackpool as well. Like you've got Blackpool itself as a shithole. You're like the shithole of Blackpool.
Yeah.
If there's anyone from Blackpool watching this
Nah,
live,
then we're
sorry.
watching you. We're watching you. Make sure. Listen, just only go near the Waterloo. Don't go anywhere else.
Yeah.
We see
Thing
you.
is, I know people from Blackpool, and they're very happy to admit that it's a shithole. Like,
Yeah, that's
they
it's
don't.
There you
it's just about to say.
I
that,
never
like,
been.
Anyone you talk to as well. We now you know what to expect. But everyone you talk to in Blackpool, that's a bit of a shithole. It's like, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, my family's from Barrow in Furness originally. I'm the first Southerner in the family, and like Barrow in Furness is also spicy in
I
a
mean,
in a
Bournemouth,
very
honestly, we're getting there.
yeah
It's getting quite
flat
spicy.
roof pubs and unemployment. Like
It just smells
Yeah.
like smells like home.
yeah,
Hell yeah, man.
yeah, they love it when I go back up there. Like because the rest of them have that distinct accent, and then I kind of walk in sounding like some sort of, I don't know, camp southern fairy, and I can drink though. It's my
you lull them into a false sense of security with your
Yeah.
accent, and then you just drink them under the
Right.
table.
I'm good at
Oh, yeah.
drinking, and I can play darts, and that has saved my bacon more than once. Like
These are the things that need to be on the CV.
That's the place.
These are the things.
yeah,
Oh god.
Yeah, don't go to Blackpool.
All right,
Or
Cal.
don't
Is
go
there
to-
anything else that you wanted to ask specifically for these guys, or in your little box of tricks, in
let's
your little
look.
questions? Savaganda.
Propaganda.
I'm gonna grab a drink quickly because I'm actually sweating through my shirt in here.
So
It's
have you-
ridiculous.
Have you guys got any new and exciting stuff coming up? Other than the festival, your festival.
we've got the festival. We're in between drummers, but that doesn't seem to be affecting us at the moment. We are
Not right
paying
now.
a lot of money for session drummers, and we love those guys dearly, and
Yeah.
they've become part of the family to an extent, but
Yes.
they're too expensive.
Yeah.
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 No, we're shifting our focus a little bit. I mean, of course, due to the expenses, the pure fact of the matter that we need an actual drummer that it's part of our family in a closer way. But it's also a good time to sit down and finish some of the projects that we had already started, songwriting wise, or about the set, the stage design, whatever. There's a lot of time now that we've been using. We're gonna use to work around a lot of issues and a lot of things that we wanted to put in place. And it's a good opportunity. So we're gonna do a few more gigs. Alex,
Yeah,
how
so
many
we've got-
gigs is it?
We've
Four,
got heavy.
five?
No, we've only got 2 left. So we're headlining Heavy in Hanwell, which is a kind of
Yes, yeah,
more stoner doom focused festival in kind of West London. Then our last show, as it currently stands, is going to be Rustfest this year,
Rustfest.
and then the intention is that we will probably return to the stage for Easter next summer, and we have an announcement already ready for that. But I'm not. We're sworn to
You're not
secrecy, we
there.
can't talk
Yeah, you
about that
can't
yet.
possibly. Yeah, but you're
Yeah.
taking a big gap in between.
Yeah, but like the intention is we're going to come back onto the stage with. So I for
Some
context,
stuff.
I used to work as a scenic artist in film and kind of theatre
Okay.
before I
Oh,
did the job that I
awesome.
do now. And so the intention is that we're going to come back with a very, professionally thought out
Yeah,
stage.
polished show.
Not just the show, but like the actual the physical stage design.
Yeah,
we
the
kind of
set.
sort of move away from just being a a banner and a background, and have something
Mhm.
that's a lot more encompassing. And I wouldn't say, like, Dan would probably agree with me here, I wouldn't say so much like costumes and outfitting, but like a
But
very
it's more of
cohesive,
the whole vibe.
Yeah.
You should
like
like
a
it.
very
Honestly,
tight
it
in.
sucks. It sucks that Sai isn't here for this stream because you should. I don't know if he talked to you much about it at Anvil, but we are
Mm.
really specking into like custom lighting and lighting systems and like
Yeah,
doing being able to set off triggers from like we use the SPD still.
yeah,
So
cool.
we're looking and building into a system that is literally one hit, just does all the backing track, also connects to MIDI converters that control programmed LED strips. So in each individual transmissible LED, and you're controlling that all from like a MIDI track essentially. That it's
Yeah.
all just one drum hit, so it syncs up everything straight away, and you don't need a dude in the background. You don't need a dude, or you don't need a laptop. You don't need any of that. It just does it. So yeah, you
It's
should
becoming a
definitely.
lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just a cool thing you can do.
Cool.
The grand return of Ronin Baines, which is this super secret Easter, I said nothing, is going to be, like, we're going to have a lot of new songs and a lot of new material, and it's almost going to be, I'd say this is going to be like our transition from like MCR's kind of early stuff to like the Black Parade, in want for a
Awesome.
better word, like that kind of that much more polished, much
Level
more
up.
put together, like the next chapter of Ronin Baines, as it were.
Yeah.
Hell yeah,
Um,
man.
Not that it's going to be anything like the Black Parade. It's going to be Ronin
No.
Baines through and through. But
Yes, we're working on a lot of stuff, and yeah,
Man.
springtime. But I mean, let's see. Never know. Springtime is probably
Resurrected, like
the best.
Jesus himself resurrected on Easter. It's
Yeah.
On
perfect.
Easter. On Easter.
It's
Oh,
perfect.
actually, that's a good point.
Bro, please, right. The Easter Sunday gig. It's just the entire set is just a cave, and then someone comes and rolls the boulder out of the way, and you guys come out. And you play all your new stuff. That has to be the start of it.
And
We
people
bring
already said I have a
fish
god
and wine.
complex.
You
Yeah,
can see the light shining through the holes in your hands as you come out.
Yeah.
On an Easter
We're gonna
Sunday.
copyright every single word you're saying right now.
Yeah, no, have it. Listen, this is my gift to you. You like,
for
you
what
can
you-
have this.
I'm recording.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's cool, man.
verbally
Yeah,
binding.
so
contract.
Ronin Veins resurrected.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I don't regard us as dead. It's just been a bit of a interesting period. We also been keeping on gigging quite a lot and
Yeah.
expanding our the people that we know, the people that we can work with, the people that can be friends with us musically and also not. We've been expanding everything, but it's time to take a little
A little time.
a little
Yeah,
moment.
to do. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and like the other thing as well is like it's not just the gigging. It's like we spent a lot of time in the studio just producing 4 tracks that kind of like came out over the first kind of quarter, half of this year. It was all of the social media content that had to go with that. It's all of the filming. It's all of the days of music video production, all of the post production that came with it. Meta advertising, adverts, dealing with photographers, like there was so much more
Yeah.
that
All of
goes
it.
on
Then
behind
the
the
surface
scenes.
level stuff. Yeah.
Yeah,
As you also of course know how
Yeah. No,
how many
it
things
is
are
frustrating.
there to sort out. So it's
Yeah, you don't just
just
release
all
a
of it.
song anymore. It's not just release a song. It's
You can't just release a song.
It's the video.
Yeah.
It's all the posts.
Nah.
Sure.
The acoustic version, bro.
and we still have some stuff to release as well. So which we're kind of holding on to, ready, because we know we're going to be 5-6 months of very much going inwards and kind of like dealing behind closed doors, and you're almost going to hear the montage and the kind of tools going in the background, like something out of a cartoon with like the hammers and the saws, and then the reappearance. So we have stuff lined up to kind of release
To fill the void. Yeah.
yeah, so it's definitely from the outside it's not going to appear like we just kind of cut dead. Like we're going to be very, very active. It's just this is the first opportunity we've had, just because we've been simply so busy running the
take a breath.
band in its current form. To come back to the stage next year with a whole new act, effectively.
Yeah, man. I
We've
mean,
just
honestly,
been
it sounds
very
fucking
unlucky
exciting as
with the
hell.
drummers.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
what?
the drummers are a
it's
Was
like
this-
fucking Spinal
So
Tap.
hard.
Like,
Yeah, dude. We had the same thing literally just before lockdown. So, Sai and I have been doing this project for, well, and you, Cal, for like 8 years now, realistically, if you're including
Yeah.
lockdowns and everything. And we did a handful of like releases and a handful of like singles and a few smaller shows. And then it was just like you say, just drummers, trying to find drummers in and out and in and out. And literally just before lockdown hit, we found Aaron.
Mad.
And we're like, fucking we're sick. We can finally do all the gigs and all the recording, and then the world just stopped, and the world just fucking stopped working. It's like,
And now he can't leave the band,
drummers,
otherwise we'll
man.
kill him. He will die.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
he's not allowed.
And he
We've
knows
we've
that.
we've
That goes
Pavloved
without
him to
saying.
think that if he
ours keep
doesn't,
leaving
if
the
he-
country. We can't kill our drummers without actually like physically getting hitmen. Like, one's gone back to Italy. The one that was in before I started a business, and I don't know the guy, so I don't know where he is. Then we had a Brazilian kid that now he's stuck in Brazil, which is the whole reason we ended up back in this conundrum.
oh my
Visa
Yeah,
bullshit.
now, yeah, and now
Come to
we've
Brazil.
got a
Come to
couple of
Brazil.
auditions on time. Yeah. And he was meant to go
Oh,
for
yeah.
3 weeks, and he's been gone for nearly 6 months. So, yeah,
Oh god.
Yes, sir.
yeah,
I mean, but we
That's
know, we know already. Everything has been very bittersweet between us because we were building something really good. I think we were in a really good spot together, us and this Brazilian kid. And yeah,
that makes it sound a lot more suspicious than it is. Us and this Brazilian
Brazilian
child.
kid.
We had a beautiful thing.
I mean, he basically was, man. Like, this he's so bright-eyed and like, when you see someone and they've still got so much hope and faith in the world, and you just say,
And
"Oh, my
incredibly
sweet soul
skilled.
child." Yeah,
Never
and
been
like very
banished
good,
to
very good
Brazil.
drummer. But he'd kind of walk into the
Yeah.
room like so happy and like so happy to be
Ecstatic.
there, and whilst me and Dan are chain smoking in the corner, like
The
having
creative
Vietnam
force of the band in
flashbacks.
the corner,
Yeah,
just listening to Alice in Chains. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, if you are listening to this and you're a drummer in the West London area and you want to play in an alternative, heavy, rock and roll, grunge, shoegaze, whatever the fuck thing,
And you're
we are
really good at
here.
drinking. You have to be
Yeah.
really good
Hello.
at drinking.
Yes, that goes without saying.
Hell yeah.
Anyway, we've come
Aye.
up to the hour mark, so we can.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was gonna
the
say,
plug on
should
it
we
now.
move towards giving a little bit of a wrap and
Yeah.
thank you
Fine,
guys so
fine.
much for coming on and having a bit of a chat. Like
That's
honestly,
great, man.
everything that you guys are developing and like the festival and all this exciting stuff about Easter next year, like you guys sound so passionately into it. Like it's really nice to see another band that's like really really into it and like
Yeah.
wants and drives for all of
And
these
a band
things.
that
So
gets
it's,
it,
yeah, man.
that wants it for the other bands as well. Like, you can
Yeah,
tell you don't just want it
that
for
too,
yourself.
man.
You want it for everyone involved.
For everyone. No, man, it's sick. I'm honestly really, really hyped to see whatever you guys put out next year, and really hyped to find out if we can come to this festival in October because that'll be sick.
Gotta
That'll be
come.
sick.
It'll be great.
Yeah.
You're always welcome.
That would be good.
And thanks a lot for having us. It's a pleasure.
Yeah.
Ah, cheers, guys. Absolutely.
And
Well,
we still owe you
go on.
many beers from that last show as
Yeah,
well.
dude, we need the
Let's save our
beers.
bacon.
We do.
Yes.
We do.
We owe you
So
at least a quote.
Sai drinks only spirits, so it would have been only me on the beers. We
Oh,
need
so do
Aaron
I.
for the beers.
That's fine.
Oh, okay.
I mean,
See, yeah, oh my
beers
God.
is just placeholder for alcohol.
We
Yeah.
have the singers bracket, and then we have the other bracket with the beers bracket. Oh dear.
Well,
Right
I'm even
then, man.
spirits
Well,
after I've had 3 beers and I'm like, I'm bloated.
Yeah,
now.
he has 3 beers. He's like,
I can't.
boo. Apart, unless we're abroad, in which case he can drink his infinite amount of
Yeah, I
beers.
don't know what happened to me. I was a different animal abroad.
You weren't. He'd never been abroad before. He didn't own a passport. And we played
Oh,
some
right,
gigs
okay.
in Portugal. We got him a passport, and he just was a drunk mess the entire fucking week. It was fucking great.
Amazing.
All
The
super
thrill, the
box-
thrill.
The Superbook.
The journey.
Oh,
Yes.
It's
yeah,
great.
man. Right,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
thank you
we
for that.
will leave it there before I go off on another random tangent. Thank you guys so much for hopping on and having a chat. Good luck with absolutely everything. It sounds
Mhm.
awesome. And yeah, if there's any drummers in the which side of London, whereabouts?
West
West.
London.
West London.
The
Any
West
drummers
is
in that
the
area
best.
that are hit these guys up. They're looking for drummers. They really want to find one. And yeah.
Hit us up. We love you.
Anyway, yeah.
Is there anything you guys wanted to say or like
oh yeah,
punch
where
or
can
like
everyone find you? Where's the best place for everyone to find you?
You can find us anywhere. Like if you type in Ronin Baines on any social media platform or Google or Spotify or I
Apple
don't know,
Music or any of it? YouTube?
just we're there. If you drop us a message, like we've got like shitloads of stickers and stuff, like we can always send shit out to people as well. So
Hell yeah, man.
if you want to if you follow us on Instagram, just like drop us down a little message and we'll fucking fling you out some stickers or whatever as well. That'd be like
Yeah.
we're all about getting the word out,
Awesome.
Rock and roll.
Awesome.
Well, thank you, Ronin
All
Baines,
right.
for joining us tonight. Thank you, Stevie, for being co-host.
Bless you guys.
And thank you, everyone, for watching. We will see you all next week, where we have someone else on. With Harvey from No
Good night.
Poetry Music.
Oh,
Right.
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That should be a good one.
All right, okay,
He's got
that'll be
he has a
good.
lot of stories.
Yeah. Oh
Anyway,
man, we could talk
thank
about
you,
the
everyone.
LMS next
No.
week. Yes, thank you guys.
Goodbye,
Bye,
everyone.
bye,
Thank
bye,
you.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
Have a good one.
Good night. Ba-ba-bam.
bye.
Okay, it's ended. It has ended.
It is done. It is
It is
gone.
done.
He's
Oh,
escaped. He's
He's
done.
escaped. Alex is gone.
Nice one, guys.